March the 8th, is it Women's Day or Mother's Day? Because if you were to ask a Romanian, chances are you'd get both answers. In Romania, March the 8th has long been celebrated as Mother's Day. Wait, isn't Mother's Day supposed to be celebrated in May? Why the confusion? In Romania, the communist regime, the same regime that legally granted women's rights, took this powerful symbol of the fight for women's rights, stripped it away of its meaning, and turned it into a holiday that served its own political goals. In order to rapidly increase the population and supply for future workers, the state started pushing the idea that raising the future citizens of the state is one of the main duties a woman has to fulfill for her country. And by that logic, in 1966, the regime introduced Decree 770, which severely restricted abortion and access to contraception in order to rapidly increase Romania's birth rate. From that moment, reproductive policy became far more coercive. Women were monitored by the state, gynecological checks were carried out in workplaces, and those without children could face financial penalties such as the celibacy tax. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, the system intensified. Women's bodies became instruments of state policy. Many resorted to unsafe illegal abortion, and thousands died as a result. The state used International Women's Day, which already existed in socialist movements, to portray women mainly as reproductive resources, gradually using propaganda to emphasize their role as mothers and caregivers. Schools played a major role in this shift. Children were encouraged to make cards, recite poems, and bring flowers specifically for their mothers on March 8th. Over the time, this practice became deeply rooted in the popular culture, becoming to be popularly understood as a celebration of mothers, a perception that persisted even after the fall of the communism in 1989. Nowadays, many people celebrate both women and mothers on March the 8th in Romania. And celebrating the women in our lives, especially our mothers, is never wrong. But remembering the history of this day helps us understand what it was truly meant to represent. March the 8th is a symbol of women's fight for equality, civil liberties, and fair working conditions. In contrast, Mother's Day in May was meant to honor mothers for their love, care, and nurturing, celebrating them for who they are, not for what they can give to the state. By remembering these histories, we can celebrate meaningfully while never forgetting the lessons of the past. Happy Women's Day. May you be seen, loved, and cherished for who you are.